Hello and welcome back to the Mirrored Veil Tarot. We will be reading for Sagittarius for the week of July 10th through July 17th. First, let's start by cleansing the cards and setting silent, mindful intentions. Okay, Sag. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be pulling a Celtic cross for you and a Celtic cross for the person in your energy. We're going to see if you two are mirroring each other, any synchronicities, and also where you two are not matching up, where you're not aligning. All right, the heart of the matter for you, Sag, is the Four of Pentacles, holding tight to what you have. Crossing you is the Ten of Swords. Heartache, pain, feelings of betrayal. The root of the issue is the Two of Wands. So possibly this is a pain that has hurt you in the past and is haunting you currently. Recent past, Ten of Pentacles. So a happier time, definitely filled with some prosperity. Crowning you is the Six of Wands, victory. Near future, the Chariot. What is going on here? Where is this pain coming from? Your role in the situation, the Ace of Pentacles, new ideas, new possibilities, possibly a new job, new forms of, what is that? Stability. Your person's energy is the Nine of Pentacles. Lots of money here. Single, ready to mingle, very content in their skin. Hopes and fears, Ace of Swords. Truth. Final outcome, standing your ground. Sagittarius, what the hell is going on here? Bottom of the deck energy. Queen of Wands. Okay. Let's see what's going on with your person. See if their information is going to clarify any of this. All right. The heart of the matter for them. The Lovers. Oh my. Crossing them is the Ace of Wands. New passionate offers. The root of the issue. Uh-oh. Okay, I have a feeling I know where this is going. Two of Swords. Decisions. Not wanting to look at either one. Recent past. Interesting. That's your energy right now, the heart of the matter. It's holding on, not letting go, being stubborn. Crowning your person is the Nine of Wands, taking inventory of everything. Near future, the Nine of Cups. And yours is the Chariot. Okay. Their role in this situation, Judgment. Your role in this situation, the Empress. Wow. So much major arcana. Okay. Hopes and fears. Oh, Seven of Cups. Looking at options. Final outcome. The Two of Cups. So, okay, so they've gone from the heart of the matter, which is the Lover's card, to the final outcome of the Two of Cups, underlying energy, the Queen of Pentacles. Yours is the Queen of Wands. Okay, let's pull some clarifiers, Sag, see what the hell is going on between the two of you, because this is just like, it's like you're two totally different people. Like, this is two totally separate storylines, and I'm trying to figure out how the heck they coincide together, because, like, it looks like possibly this is a past person, and this does keep coming up because we are in the middle of Mercury retrograde, and Mercury retrograde has us recalling things from the past. It looks like, just from generic looking at both of you, you know, you've worked pretty hard at recovering from this heartbreak. You're holding everything hard and tight to your chest, but you are in the process of moving on, you know, possibly moving to a new home, new job, new state, new life, new you. Glow up, Sag. I see you. And the person that is in your energy is very much single, but it looks like you two had something pretty important that had happened. Looks like this was a pretty significant relationship. Well, let's get into the heart of the matter. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of your story. Okay, Four of Pentacles. What are you holding on to? Let's clarify that. Four of Pentacles with... Oh, these cards are so chaotic today. I literally can't evening right now, which is so odd. I get it. Sorry, that was punny. All right. King of Wands. Ace of Cups. The Star card. Yeah, you're ready for a relationship. You're calling it in, and you're not in your whore phase, you know, where you're just like going out and like sleeping with everything and anything that could possibly come by. You're like actually like, you know what? I have value. I have worth. I'm holding out. I'm holding out for the good stuff. I'm not taking the first thing that crosses my path. Not unless you prove that you're worthy of me. I've had my glow up. All right, let's see. What is this 10 of Swords that is crossing you? Clarify that with, the 6 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, and the Hierophant. Yeah, you're valuing the boundaries of relationships more. Like Sagittarius used to burn hard and fast and, you know, just like take out whatever was in your way. And now you're really starting to appreciate why the boundaries are there in the first place. You spent a lot of time in denial about how important this person was for you, and you're trying very hard to move on from that. Um, it might take a little bit more inner work, some healing, maybe some shadow work, to really get into the heart of why you ended up with this person in the first place, what could have possibly gone wrong, and what, if any, what part may you have played in the breakup of this significant relationship. All right, the root of the matter is looking to the past. Yeah, you're dwelling too much on what happened in the past, maybe looking too much at what they did. Clarified that with, yeah, the Four of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, and okay. Yeah, you guys may have actually been married. You may have actually had kids and gotten a divorce, and you got the short end of it. The other person, and maybe it's because in Sagittarius, I mean, it's not unlike you to be like, you know what, just take everything, I'm done. And just walk away from everything and then be like, you know what, I should have grabbed that TV. I really liked that couch. I could have, but no. And I feel like your person is a trash talker. Like, regardless of how good you might have been, they're going to accentuate your weaknesses and your flaws. Okay. Recent past, Ten of Pentacles. Clarify that with the King of Swords, Temperance, and the World. Yeah, so when you two were together, yes, you guys had a very abundant life. You had stability, you had comfort, you had all those things. Since you walked away from everything, things have been uncomfortable, but the universe sees what you've done, and they're going to bring this all back to you, okay? Universe sees the truth. Even when other people don't, know that, it's not the opinion of others that you should be concerned about. It's your action, your behavior, and your thoughts that you should be concerned about, because that is what the universe responds to. Okay? All right. Crowning you is the Six of Wands, victory. All right. Let's clarify that with, yeah, fighting, Five of Wands, Knight of Cups, and the King of Cups. Okay, so yeah, there was a lot of fighting. There was a lot of fighting between you and your person. And you went about this relationship in a rather immature manner. When you two met, maybe you were really young. Maybe, this was like a teenage, early 20s relationship. And, as it progressed, you didn't really grow very much because you two both kind of thrived on this childlike behavior. And children don't adhere to boundaries as well as grown established adults do. And you learned to mature in that relationship. Or after it was over, I'm sorry. While you were in it, you weren't maturing. You guys kind of held each other back. But now that you're out of it, you've moved forward. You've learned how... It's like you've taken classes on how to be in a successful relationship. And I'm not talking about these mansplaining podcasts with all the smegma males who think they know what women want, and they'll tell you, oh, they want you to have a hot body and lots of money and she needs to be like a dime and all of this other bullshit. They don't know anything. They're like shock jocks. They get their audience by being repulsive and just saying terrible, horrible things. And there are people that are out there actually looking for information and how to do better. And you actually found that. I don't know if it's by studying or talking to people that were successful, and that's the best way to do it. Talking to couples who have been together for 50 plus years. Talk to them. Talk to the honest ones, not the ones who are like, oh, we've been in love. No, you two pissed each other off and you learned how to deal with it. All right, the Chariot. And I'm not talking about talking to those couples either who are just hanging on by a thread and just sticking it out because they don't want to have to be single. Don't talk to them either. Yeah, you want to talk to the success stories, and you'll know them when they talk to you because you'll feel it in your heart. All right, the Chariot, you're moving on. If you're not moving on, the universe is pushing you on. Okay, clarify that with the Page of Cups, the Strength card, and the Nine of Cups. Yeah, you've gotten out of your party phase. You're looking for something more serious, more established. No more of these fuck boys and fuck girls. All right, your role here is the Ace of Pentacles, focused on your money, clarified by the Tower, the Four of Cups, the High Priestess. Yeah, this was a really difficult breakup for you, and you were feeling very taken advantage of. Your intuition had been telling you for years, this person may not be the one. All right, your person, their energy, the Nine of Pentacles, clarify that with Queen of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the Death card. Okay, yeah. You guys had a lot of passion for each other, and at the time it felt like you two were like divine partners, but you weren't. And just remember, people are here for a reason, a season, and a lifetime, and this person actually taught you a lot. It was painful, it was difficult, it was the first real breakup that you've ever had, and bless your heart, Sag. I hate that you're going through it, but you've learned a lot along the way. All right, hopes and fears is the Ace of Swords, big truth or big ugly truth. Clarify that with the Three of Wands, the Sun card, and the Moon card. That is actually, yeah. Because, sometimes we want that sun to shine on what is hidden in the dark. And sometimes when that sun shines on what's hidden in the dark, it's either very underwhelming or it's a little too overwhelming. But you're waiting for it. You're waiting for it. I don't know if you two have gotten back into communication recently, or you've got flying monkeys between the two of you. Yeah, so a thing about flying monkeys. If someone is coming to you and telling you, all right, let's put three people in this situation. So there's Bob and Sue. Bob and Sue, they've been in a relationship for, 5 years or whatever. Bob and Sue, they break up. Well, Betty, she was friends with Bob and Sue before they were together, and she kind of, helped get them together or whatever. She's a mutual friend. And Betty will go to Bob and be like, oh my gosh, Sue just got her lips done, and she's like, blah, 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 in Bob's ear. And yeah, I think that she's, dating so-and-so and so-and-so, right? Now, Bob's like, oh, wow, Betty's really helping me out. This information's helping me to get over Sue. Is it? No, it's not. It's fueling something that's in there, but it's not necessarily helping Bob get over it. What Bob doesn't realize is that Betty's also going to Sue and being like, oh yeah, I saw Bob last week, and let me tell you, he's been going to the gym, he's been getting buff, he's doing it for the ladies. Yeah, that's a flying monkey. Betty is a flying monkey. She flies to Bob, she flies to Sue, she creates chaos. Beware of the flying monkeys, okay? All right. Final outcomes. Standing your ground. Clarify that with the Hanged Man, the Eight of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. Okay, yeah. So this person's coming in with fast messages and fast energy, whether it's from them directly or from, Betty the flying monkey. Okay. And you've already moved on. And with these messages comes this, you don't really know what to do with it all because you've already moved on from everything. So the Hanged Man is the perfect place for you to be. If you don't know what to do, standing your ground, staying put, not moving either way, because the universe is going to move you where you need to be, okay? Because sometimes when big relationships come visit us after like a period of separation, it's very easy to be in this like denial phase of, well, maybe they got better, maybe they changed, maybe. I mean, by all means, I'm not saying don't ever let a past person back. Some people will tell you that. Some people actually do change, but let me tell you, it's a much smaller percentage than what you'd like to believe. And also, the major clincher: don't listen to words. Watch behavior. Actions speak louder than words every time. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, focus on your money. Get that coin. That is going to help you get over all of this, get you back into a comfortable spot, where you were before, but without having to rely on someone who is going to betray you for moments of dopamine with outside people. All right, let's clarify what's going on with your person. The heart of the matter for them is the Lovers. Let's clarify that with the Chariot. Chariot. Three of Wands. Page of Wands. Yeah. Yeah, their karma is coming in. As soon as you're able to like move on from your situation, that's when their karma is going to hit. Okay, crossing them is this Ace of Wands. Clarify Ace of Wands with moving on. Eight of Cups, the Emperor, the Queen of Cups. Yeah, you two were not actually divine partners. You two are a mismatch. Okay, which is why it was so easy for them to fall prey to passionate offers from outside of your relationship. All right, crowning. The root of the matter, this Two of Swords. I mean, do we really need to clarify this? But we will clarify the Two of Swords with the Hermit, the Queen of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, they kind of went into hiding. They know that you found out the truth about it. They know that you walked away from everything, the cars, the sofa, the big TV. You walked away from it all. They got it all. And then you found out the truth. And they're kind of like hiding, like, oh my gosh, if Sagittarius finds out the truth about what I actually did, But you already knew. You're just done. But it sounds like there are some dirty details in there. Like, I don't know. Maybe Sue and Betty got together. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure. Recent past. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, there's that denial. Victory and the Moon. These all came up in your read. Yeah, so they know that you're not speaking to them right now. To them you're acting shady, but that's only because they don't know what you're doing. Maybe you stopped talking to Betty too. Maybe you're not using the flying monkeys, which would be wise of you to do. Yeah, so they can't figure out what your next move is. And that's perfect. Silence is a really good way to get revenge. People don't realize this. Stillness, silence, glowing up. Glowing the fuck up. All right, crowning your person is this Nine of Wands. It's taking inventory. Clarified by the Four of Cups, Temperance, the Death card. Yeah. They were not grateful for what you brought to the table. I mean, they liked the comfy lifestyle and everything, but they were ungrateful. And karma's coming through. You know, the universe came in, the universe intervened, you know, bringing change about. Yeah. All right. Near future for the person in your energy. 9 of Cups clarified by the Tower, the Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. Yeah. So, you know, they're gonna start getting a little more comfortable because you aren't paying attention to them. So they're gonna start taking some of that money, start partying, start doing all this stuff, you know, and it's not gonna last very long. Some big bad things are gonna happen while they're out there in that party phase. If you guys have kids together, keep close tabs on your children while they're with that partner. Okay. Yeah. Their energy is judgment. They're in the middle of their karma. That is clarified by 2 of Wands, the Magician, and the 4 of Swords. Yeah. Yeah. Due to their past behavior, you know, putting you in this 4 of Swords energy where you have to heal from someone who was supposed to love you. Karma's come through. All right. Your role here is the Empress. Clarified that with Page of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and the Star card. Yeah, you are birthing new things into your life. You are starting fresh. Like I said, whether it's like a new house, a new job, maybe it's all of it, a new car, new opportunities. You have worked really hard at healing yourself, and you are getting your glow up. Okay. The person in your energy, their hopes and fears, the 7 of Cups. It's like they're hoping for some options, and they're terrified that you have options and are going to move on. Clarified by, 9 of Pentacles, sneaky, sneaky, always. 7 of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. Interesting. Yeah, you got a big glow up coming along. And here's your person and their 9 of Pentacles. They're not a Queen of Pentacles. Kings deserve queens. Queens deserve kings. Yeah. All right. Their final outcome is the 2 of Cups. Clarify that with the 8 of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and there you are, standing your ground. Seven of Wands. Yeah. Yeah, they're going to try. They're going to try and come back. You're going to try and come back. And this is all about money. Look at that. All about money. Not enough love here for, you know, for you to even give this a second thought. This is all about their comfort and their stability. All they want is the money. You gave it to them. You know? You gave them everything. You gave them everything you had. You let them have the TV. You let them have the car, the big comfy sofa. You let them have everything. And then they went and they hoard around, and money's, you know, money's running dry because they are not doing as well as they thought that they could on their own. They really weren't anticipating that you would ever end it, you know, because you did. You showed them how much that you love them on a very frequent basis. And the universe sees that you deserve this Ten of Cups here. You gotta stay away from the money-grubbing whore. Okay, Sag. Well, thank you so much for joining me today on the Mirrored Veil Tarot. I look forward to seeing how you guys are doing next week. In the meantime, like, share, subscribe, and stay blessed, Sag.